Yeah.
It's a lot. I looked up because we don't know anything about podcasting.
Not a thing. We're learning on the fly. If you haven't noticed, we are learning on the fly. Baby.
And so I looked up the stat because I was like, okay, well, I don't even know what that means. And it said 141 downloads a month. The first month of a new podcast is the average.
Look at us.
We're 3.5 weeks in.
Mm-hmm.
We are 5 episodes published.
Yeah.
That was too close to the mic. I apologize.
It's okay. We'll fix it in post, like you say.
We will
just fix it in post.
And we have almost 1,100 downloads. And I am shocked. I'm in awe. I am
so thankful.
Full of gratitude.
Yes.
I could not be more grateful. I cannot believe the feedback that we've gotten. Genuinely cannot believe that everyone I know is like, I would love to give you feedback. And I'm like, give it. She's like, okay. So let's talk about my friend's, my coworker's wife, Hannah. She's so lovely. She was like, listen,
adore her.
You guys talk like when you know people and I don't know them. And I feel like I'm in the room with you. So can you please give more information so I can be closer? Yeah. It's so cute. Or she's like, if you're describing something, if you're talking about something visually, can you describe it?
Yeah.
Because I'd love to hear about visually what you're seeing. I was like, absolutely. So I've tried to do that. I hope I've done it. In some of
these first episodes, we have some crazy chair sitting situations. This one specifically, I didn't really fit in the chairs at our first studio.
Yeah.
We are now in our own home studio.
3 weeks in. We're talking about our second studio. Who do we think we are?
I'm not really sure.
Okay.
We have a full-blown setup here. It looks a hot mess right now. It will not for long.
Not to them.
No,
they can't see that. So for those of you listening,
even watching, like you can't.
No, that's what I'm saying. If you're watching us on YouTube, you cannot tell.
Is reality.
But if you're listening to us, what you're seeing is the 2 chairs we got that are super comfy.
Super cozy. No arms, so my big fat ass fits in them. We love that.
A little like table nightstand thing that I hand painted that, yeah.
I was wondering what this was.
Yeah, it's homemade. This isn't homemade, but this was
looks like a lava rock.
Yes, that's fair. I'll accept that. We got some body
vases.
We got some crystals. We have plants,
which we tried to put flowers in today, and both of us almost died from allergies.
Oh yeah, I picked flowers. It's too close. I picked flowers from the woods. They were absolutely beautiful.
Yes, but they about killed the both of us.
We almost died from allergies.
I sneezed like 36 times this morning.
What the fuck is going on?
Messy.
Yeah.
We have some incredible guests that are coming on. Like, you guys know some of our guests that are coming on. We can't say it.
Why?
Because we're not.
What if they don't?
What if they don't?
Okay.
We don't want to get their hopes up.
We have booked. Well, first of all, so we recorded 2 episodes today. Let's do a little reflection. So we recorded 2 episodes today because I got to get organized in my brain. Those will have launched by the time this comes out.
Yes.
And so we did Aaron, the makeup artist today specifically. So we're doing really 3 episodes today. We did Aaron, the makeup artist. Yeah. We did Dr. Brighton. And she was absolutely amazing.
Dr. Jolene Brighton.
Dr. Jolene Brighton. She's a naturopath endocrinologist.
Incredible.
You will have already heard her by the time you hear this.
She has 455,000 followers on IG. She just wrote a book.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
It's called
Is this normal?
Is this normal? Mm-hmm. You'll have already heard it. So anyway, we're just a little obsessed right now.
You're going to love that one.
Yes.
We hope you love that one. We had Allie Abs.
Oh, that was fun.
So fun. Allie is one of our really good friends. And
dope human.
They are a power lifter and not an iron woman.
Strong man.
A strong woman. Strong man. Okay. Strong woman. I've known Allie for like 3 years.
And they've already heard the episode.
Yeah.
So. She's incredible.
Just incredible.
Yep.
Like love their story. So excited that they made it.
Mm-hmm.
And we have who are we missing?
Well, we started. Kelly.
Hey
Maven. Oh yeah. That's something that hasn't launched yet as of our talking, but they will have heard her already. Annika.
Yes, Miss Annika.
And she's amazing. We're going to do a retreat with her.
We are.
We'll keep you guys posted.
We'll do a women's retreat.
Yeah.
They are based in Nashville.
Yes.
Hey Mavens is based in Nashville.
Goes up to 10x.
Goes up lingerie up to a 10x. I don't know of another company, and I shop a lot for lingerie. I don't know of another company that goes to her size ranges. And that was so much fun hearing her journey through that and how she got to the 10x size.
Also, she's just a dope, amazing human being. who fights for people
Yeah.
and sticks up for people and doesn't give a fuck and is just
was out protesting. Like,
right. She's like, I gotta go protest for
human rights.
Yeah.
Trans rights.
Yes.
Gun violence issues. Like, go be a badass.
Laws against how we can manage our own bodies.
Yeah.
Anyway, but on this journey, we have learned a lot.
We have. We also have you have heard our bonus episodes. We're calling them episodes, but the ones about us.
Oh my God. And Cara is the most listened to episode.
Yeah.
By far.
Cara's is already out right now.
Yeah. Richardson Whiteley. She's teaching companies how to
be more inclusive.
Yes.
Brands to.
She's incredible. We had, so all of you, I hope you have heard all of those episodes, and we have not launched ours, but we're doing that in the next week.
In the next week. They'll both go live.
That was hard for me. It was hard for me.
It was hard for you.
Super vulnerable.
You were super vulnerable.
And I wasn't expecting it. And you weren't expecting it either, but you did so good. So they will have heard my episode by now, but I think
she got in her own way.
Yes.
Anytime we make the Barbara Walters joke, it's literally,
that's the inside
that
scoop.
is the inside scoop on the Barbara Walters joke, because it was so intense. And like, we both wrote questions that neither one of us knew prior to. And mine were very much like, they were her brand. They were HIKI related. They were about her. It was like a mix of everything.
Yeah.
And she went first, and hers was like, let's deep dive on your life. And I am Barbara Walters.
What are you most scared?
And like, she wasn't bantering with me back and forth. So it would be like,
no, I didn't.
One question. Okay.
Well, and
next
you
question.
were so lively.
Okay.
You had a lot of energy. And then I just was staring at you, and I'd be like,
no feedback. And she'd be like, okay, next question.
But I don't know why. It was the weirdest, most bizarre sort of
you went into your full-blown Barbara Walters mode.
I was just nervous.
I'm telling you, we're making merch. We're in the process of making merch. So keep your eye out for that. There will definitely be a Barbara Walters What the Body shirt. So you can cop that at some point. This is 2020.
Yeah. But in terms of the studio, so we started at American Underground. Shout out to American Underground in Durham for having Earfluence.
Hey, Jason, we see you. We've got a sponsorship spot when you're ready.
Right.
Did you know we had over 1,000 downloads in the first month? We're doing pretty well.
Hey. If you want to start your own podcast but don't want to do all the work, Earfluence can handle it for you.
Jason is really incredible. Hey, cough about it. But just a note in Raleigh, if you're in Raleigh and you need to start a podcast, or Durham specifically, go talk to Jason at Earfluence. We really do love him. One of my favorite humans.
They do all the hard stuff. All you have to do is, what does this t-shirt say? Just press record.
Just press record.
Yeah.
And they really do want to make you the show of your star of your own show. And he does that.
Everybody's like, how do you start a podcast? I'm like, I don't know.
We didn't know.
You want Caitlin's number?
We just failed forward and over and over and over. But honestly,
and then we just did it right.
We just did
because we know how to talk. We have a good, banter, and we really care about human beings, and we're not faking it. We're not fucking around.
No.
We're drinking sometimes. We're keeping it real. We're talking about hard shit. We're not sugarcoating it. We're being extremely vulnerable. I've never done anything like this before.
On my fucking last episode, I talked about vaginosis, bacterial vaginosis.
Oh, right. I mean,
what are we doing? I don't know.
I mean, but you are such a huge impact on this podcast because, first of all, I would never do this alone, because it would be Barbara Walters interviewing motherfucking Barbara Walters. But second, you're picturing that, aren't you?
I am.
It's awkward as fuck.
All I can see is you interviewing yourself.
Yeah.
Next question.
My God. And then, so there's that, but also you just motivating me, and
but the flip side of that, we would not have the incredible guests on the show that we do without you. You are the people person putter together.
That's called
people putting together.
I love it. Yeah. No, thank you for that.
We're a tag team.
And we're shocked by that, though. I mean, people want people to feel good in their bodies.
They do.
COVID did a lot of trauma, but it also helped us understand that nothing fucking matters.
Nothing.
Except how good do you feel right now in your own skin. And that doesn't have anything to do with weight.
No.
But like mental health, like, what are you doing for yourself? Yeah. Like, are you talking about your sex pain? That was that last episode that we recorded. Like, talk to somebody about it.
Yeah.
Right. Like, Do you have a fear of odor? Let's talk about it. Like,
yeah.
Where do you have odor? Do you have odor in your butt crack?
I know, but let's talk about that, because when you co-founded HIKI,
yeah.
in your brain, I think it was a product that mitigated an issue. But
I thought it was a way to stay fresh.
Yes, it was very much like linear
way to stay all natural. Like that was the focus. Leaping Bunny certified, no testing on animals.
Right, which is super important.
Yeah.
But the big picture is that the humans that need that the most have dealt with stigmas our entire life.
The
that
majority,
are vulnerable.
Yes.
Right? Like there are so many of us.
That's what I found out.
In the world. And you never once were like, okay, but whatever. I've got other things to do. You were like, talk to me about it.
Well, right.
I want to know more.
Yes. I wanted to understand who was our core consumer and why.
Yes.
And then I found that out. And then I realized there's something missing.
Right. And then on top of that, you doubled down and said, okay, let's start a podcast because we want to start a community where people don't feel alone.
No.
And they feel like they can ask these questions. That's huge.
When people are crying at a photo shoot saying, I've never done anything like this before, and I'm in a smaller body, and I mean, I've never done a photo shoot, but I don't feel out of place anywhere I go.
Yeah.
But to see someone feel so comfortable and find such joy in being around like-minded people that look like them, I was like, I'm never doing anything else again.
Ever.
If I can bring this community of people together, we're going to do this every single year.
Every single year.
And we both thought that.
We both thought that. And I think it goes even down further than that. Like growing up in the body that I did, you don't get to change clothes with your friends.
Yeah.
You don't get to go to a photo shoot and exchange tops with the person next to you.
Well, because it's trauma.
No, because it doesn't fucking fit.
Right. Well, in my mind, when I said that, what I meant was like, if you brought your own change of clothes, you probably wouldn't even change in front of people because it would be like
my naked assholes on the internet.
Oh,
I'm sure.
For me. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
Anywhere you look, Caitlin Scott, I take selfies all the time. Yeah. Girl, remember I'm a boudoir photographer.
I know.
Maybe not my chocolate starfish is on the internet. I hope not. I'll find you if it is. I know who they're from.
I'll find
you. But yeah, so like, I just don't, it's just such a beautiful thing. Like we're doing it.
For me, it's like, I just turned 45. I know I keep talking about it, but it's so pivotal for me because I feel like I broke open.
Yes, you did.
At 30, I broke open a little bit. At 40, I broke open, but like 45, this year for me,
like an Easter egg.
It's like, just do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Does it make you happy? Does it bring you joy? Are you bringing joy to others? Do you have people in your life that are not bringing you joy? And why are you around them?
But do you know what? Do you know why that makes and translates to success? I think about this all the time. There's a woman named Hillary that I follow on TikTok. I'm trying to get her on our podcast. One of my favorite people to follow. And she talks about authenticity in marketing and how people buy you, they don't buy the product.
Yeah.
They buy how you make them feel. And by showing up authentically and telling your story in an authentic way, people immediately go, oh my goodness, I love this human. I want to be around them. I want to hear more from them. I want to buy them whatever they're providing. I want to support them. I want to show up for them the way that they're showing up authentically for me.
I have to say, I'm fooling myself on this podcast, and I have never, ever felt comfortable to be myself.
We love to see it. We love to see it.
I am, 5'4", 125, and I am a pit bull.
Oh my God, you're joking. Oh my God, you're that on my nose.
I am. I swear
that was not where I thought you were going.
I will fucking kill someone who is trying to get to someone I love.
That was an aggressive analogy, bro.
Which is why I'm never myself. I've never been, because these things come naturally to me. Like people, at work, I've been there for 4 years, but like people at work are like, Jesus,
fucking pitbull. I always call you Mighty Mouse, but I'm calling you a pitbull.
Because I'm like, people are scared of me. They're like, and I'm like, no, I am fighting. I think you put it really well in the birthday post when you said 100 times out of 100 situations, she's picking the underdog, like
always.
And it's gotten me in a lot of trouble.
Oh, but it makes you such a beautiful human.
Yeah. Like, and what I mean by that, getting me in a lot of trouble is even though it's not benefiting me. And think about when you're 20 or 25 or whatever, I'm sticking up for whatever it is. I'm fighting racism. I'm like in the streets in COVID. I mean, I'm just like, and people, that's a lot for some people.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And I'm, you know, I feel like I'm a decent mix of introvert, extrovert. I think you're much more extrovert than I am, because when we leave these podcasts, you go and hang out with your friends. You're also 10 years younger than me, but I'm like, where's the couch?
I hear you. I hear you.
So people who are introverted are like listening to the podcast and they're like, this is good. And I don't have to talk to them.
Yeah, I don't have to fucking talk to them.
Experience these things, but I don't have to talk to them or anyone else or whatever.
I just shot champagne all over me and my pants.
I'm a fucking pit bull.
I'm telling you. Also, you would not
funnier that I think I'm a pit bull
because you're 5. Like, we literally just had the conversation about how eeny beeny you are. She's one of those pit bulls that are low to the ground. Doesn't have a whole lot of legs.
Well, eat as much as a pit bull.
I'm telling you. No, that was a good analogy. That was aggressive. But no, I mean, you
pet
like
me, feed me.
Don't pet you.
But don't fuck with
we don't pet pit bulls. Not mean, aggressive pit bulls like that.
Well, to their owners pet them.
Oh, I know. God.
Yeah. Pitties
I love
amazing.
pitties. They're my favorite.
But they'll fight for their owners.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one you want to have as a guard dog.
But no, so it's been.
All right. What was a tangent?
It was a bit of a tangent, huh?
Sorry.
It's okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
We deep dove.
Yeah. And then I was like, fuck it. If we're doing this well, this quickly, if people are texting us and calling us and emailing us and we have this many guests, guys, I cannot explain to you who's about to come on our podcast.
It's fucking wild.
And we have 2 in one day.
Yeah.
That you know.
I promise
we
know you know. It's fucking weird.
And I was like, fuck it. We're turning my bedroom into my new house, one of my bedrooms in my new house, September, into the podcast room.
Yeah.
We're about halfway there.
Yeah.
Thanks to you.
I also am a bougie motherfucker. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it.
It's
like, I drove all over Timbuktu yesterday to find these specific, this very specific panel for the audio and a setup. And I've got the tripods and the things and the new microphones and the stands.
I came home from a birthday trip for like a couple days away to thousands of dollars of shit in my extra bedroom. And I'm like, this bitch is she bougie. And then I got on the mic and I was like,
it sounds good though. It sounds so good. Nobody wants to listen to a podcast that has shitty audio. No one.
I know.
Do you?
No.
There's the meme where the guy's like, he's at the chalkboard and he's drawing all the lines and he turns around and he's like, oh, that's me with gear.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I don't even want to listen to a podcast when you have your mouth so close to it. It's so annoying.
ASMR, I don't like that.
No.
The whole like,
tippy tappy. Like I listened to it for a second and then I'm like,
stop it.
Yeah.
Mouth noises.
I'd rather Pimple Pop watch.
Oh, I won't do that either.
I mean, I don't watch the whole execution. Just for a second.
I will pop the shit out of your pimples though.
Oh, that's good to know.
I will. I'll get in there. You got a back sit? I got you.
I had a what is it called? Like a cyst on my back, and my friend Nancy got in there and she got it in her hair.
Maybe that's too. We'll reel it in a little.
I think she's traumatized from it.
She probably is. Well, if you listen to the Aaron episode, apparently that kind of stuff makes really good texture for your hair. So, little baby vomit.
Baby vomit helps with the texture of your hair. So to all of our moms, put the baby vomit in your hair. She said,
"Jeez, almighty."
I don't know. You'll know if you know.
You gotta go back and listen to Aaron's episode. God, I love that woman. She's amazing. But yeah, so it's
in my glass, like maybe a bug. I don't know.
Well, protein. Well, protein. Mine's all over me, so it could be worse.
What was okay? What was your favorite? There's gonna be lots of favorites, right?
There's gonna be lots of favorites.
Okay, so like, what's your favorite funny moment?
I mean, still to this day is the Kelly Shushin and Eucalypticus and boudoir.
Boudoir.
I can't even say
that was because you know why? Because she was there and we love her and we were so happy. Okay.
Also, you just ate shit on the computer and I cried laughing. So.
I tripped on one of the cords and
it's a fucking disaster in here, y'all.
It won't be for long.
If there are cords, the things are leaning. We need to take a picture of this setup from where we're sitting.
Holding up these cheap ass motherfucking ring rings. Literally, I have plants in here.
We will post a behind the scenes of how this looks.
You have to follow us on Instagram if you're not, because we post a shit ton of funny behind the scenes stuff on our stories. So
yeah, the stories is where it's at. Also, if you want the like behind the scenes of the actual episodes, the kind of messy version, the long version, go to our YouTube, because we do film all of this. 100% of all of it. We have a camera. We record on Zoom. We've got both of our cell phones going. It's a whole shenanigan.
It's like 7 things we counted today.
We did. So we start our audio. We do the phone situation. We do the computer. We record on Zoom. We record on GarageBand. And then we've got our computer, our camera
Nobody knows
hooked into the computer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I need somebody to hear it because we're fucking celebrating.
Okay. That's fair. I accept that.
On our $500 microphones with our hand trolleys. Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around. All right. So
what was your favorite moment so far? I'm going to refill. So if you hear
Can you get mine too while I think about this?
Yeah, I can.
Because
I'll try not to fall.
My favorite moment in general so far.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2 things.
Okay.
2 favorite moments I've had so far. One is the response, the feedback, the emails, and all of the things from all of our viewers / listeners. I cannot believe how interested, happy, joyful,
bought in,
but also like they believe us that we want feedback. And so they give it to us. Not, can you do an episode on this? Can you do an episode on that?
Right.
And we're like, fuck yeah, we can. Absolutely. We're going to do that.
We're going to find them.
So even though we have like really popular / famous people coming on, we're going to do what you request us to do.
Yes.
We're going to do those episodes because our goal is not to have famous people on the podcast. Our goal is to be relatable.
And spread awareness.
Yeah. And we want everyone to not feel alone. And then we will record as many episodes as we need to every single day to make sure that you feel like someone out there actually has experienced what you have talked about. And even today, and I'm getting into a long tangent, but I feel like this is important. Today, the episode that we recorded, she said, there's so many bullies on the internet. When women actually get an opportunity to feel brave enough to talk about something that has been difficult for them, do not shame them.
Yes.
Because we need their voices. And that's what we're doing.
And I think society knows how dangerous women that work together are. And I love being a dangerous woman.
Well, I'm a pit bull.
Look.
Fuck around with my friend or anybody who I'm helping. And then I think, what was the second one? There was 2. Then the second one.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I wish I could get in your brain sometimes.
Yeah. My favorite moment is transitioning a room in my house to be our most joyful place on earth.
It feels so comfy. When I tell you, as much as I love the spot in Durham,
I did love that.
That was so good. Yeah. It was such a great place to start.
But this is ours.
We're like so seasoned at this point. It's weird because we literally, it was trial by fire. It was like, we birthed this brainchild not even 4 weeks ago.
That's insane. Is that the truth?
Yeah. I learned how to edit
a
podcast,
but you didn't
produce a podcast.
That's exactly right.
Figure out how to start a YouTube channel.
Yep.
Edit the video for the YouTube, figure out how to, like, I have never been more proud of myself.
But you did that.
Right.
Like you fucking did it and it worked.
Crazy. And I like, we keep talking about like, it was so long ago. It wasn't that long ago.
It feels like it was.
But the joy that we have now being in our own space with our doggos, eating yummy food in between takes, laughing our ass off in chairs that we spent way too much money on, that she spent way too much money on. I was like, you're going to spend what on chairs? And then I turned around and fucked around and spent thousands on
we
gear.
have put our heart, body, mind, and money into this.
Yes. Because
we believe in it.
We believe in it. We believe in showing up for people. We believe in creating space for people to feel seen and embraced. And neither one of us would be here without y'all.
I just want people to turn us on, whatever episode they're interested in, and just
feel like a soft spot to land. Yeah.
Yeah. Check out.
And that may be actually one of my favorite comments I've received so far. And I've received a lot of feedback. Most of it, all of it good. But one of my favorite comments was, I finally feel like I have a podcast that when I turn on, I know. I can feel empowered.
She got in her car and she just felt like she had a soft place to land and she wasn't alone.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite comment so far. I've had a lot of really good comments.
And Mia just like completely supporting us and posting about watching our podcast on our TV. So cute. I mean, everyone's just been so lovely. And I have friends that I've not talked to in so long being like, okay, but your hand trolley though.
Okay. Hear me out.
Never.
Hear me out.
No.
We need to talk about it. The listeners need to know. In California, our
true.
buggies roll. The little hand trolleys roll.
So people don't know what a buggy is. So
what the fuck?
So a hand little basket sits on wheels that has a handle. It has a big handle. In Spain, same thing.
So like you have like the push carts that I call buggies, the big ones with the wheels and the thing that you put your kid in. That's a buggy.
It's a cart.
It's a buggy.
Okay.
The hand trolleys, they literally are the little baskets.
I think you meant hand dolly, maybe.
No, a dolly is one of those things you use to move your furniture.
Trolleys also move, sweetheart.
I know, but
a sweetheart was so condescending.
Yes, it was.
Sweetheart. Jesus. Don't let me do that.
I'm gonna do some more research into this because
everyone's waiting.
Everyone is waiting with bated breath.
Just don't injure yourself on a non-hand trolley.
My basket was too heavy.
I don't know why I just don't get a cart. Get a cart.
It's why they put them on trolley wheels in fucking California.
That's smart.
It is.
I'm not even going to knock that.
Who could?
No one.
Also, did you know in California, our dump trucks, not dump trucks, our cement trucks are the other way around? I know. It's very weird. California's a very weird place.
I don't even know what that means.
If you're from California, you're going to know.
I mean, I lived there for a year.
You're not a Californianite.
I fucking loved it.
It was amazing.
Shout out to Redondo Beach, bro. If you're in Redondo,
no wonder you're bougie.
If you're in Redondo Beach, you need to go to Friends of the Vine.
Okay.
With my friend Fred, who owns the joint. It's the best watering hole in Redondo Beach.
Get a joint on the way because it's legal.
It is, and it's fine.
And go to the joint.
I'm telling you, man, made my trip the best. Shout out to Fred. Fred. He texted me happy birthday. I love him.
I miss the wine. Also, I miss the people.
Wine.
Sorry.
Oh, the wine of California. I was like, I can get you wine if you want it.
No.
All right, we're spiraling. Rambling. That's a better way to say
what the fuck are we else are we going to do on a catch-up episode?
I don't know. What else do you want to talk about? Like,
we will be going forward on these and talking about bad dates. So that's going to happen. Yeah. No, we're going to have people write in and tell us about their bad dates so we can talk about it over wine and unwind. That was your idea. Don't look at me like I'm crazy.
No.
Don't you look
not
at
at all.
me like
what
I'm
I was
crazy.
thinking,
Like Pitbull.
No, what I was doing is thinking like, should we do it now? That I spiraled into like, should we just fucking go?
Well, I don't know of a worse date than somebody asking me after like 2 days of knowing me to buy him a whole tire for his vehicle, a whole ass motherfucking tire. This idea started because I went on a really bad date. How many years ago? 2 or 3? And it got picked up by several news outlets that you found when we started to research.
I wanted to set all the Google searches in case anybody did anything so we would know about it. And I was like, Caitlin Scott Boudoir, right? I'm doing all these things. And it's like showing me articles. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Did you know these are out there?
And I just texted you. I'm like, you've seen these. I'm sure you've seen these. And you're like, absolutely fucking not.
National news media outlets.
Media outlets reposted your TikTok about your shitty date.
Really bad.
And your spin on your Jack Daniels.
Oh, I was so mad. I came back from this date. And let me tell you, if you've ever been to
our wine and rewind.
If you've ever been to Carolina Ale House in Briar Creek, you know that bar is horseshoe shaped. We were at the end of that horseshoe. It was like front and center stage. The man was 25 minutes late. He said, "Oh, I'm glad you know how to catfish." When he walked up, motherfucker. Was mean to the people that worked there.
Oh, that's enough. I'm out after that.
Oh my God. He was like, he spit when he talked and he ordered salmon. I had salmon chunks all over me. It was so bad. He talked about politics. He was a teacher that had a child who he called illegitimate, had never met his family. Like it was such a train wreck of a date. So I turned to the bartender and I was like, "Hey, this is really going swell, but I'm going to need my check." And it was like Jekyll and Hyde. And he went from like Mr. Terrible date to like the other end of terrible. "I wouldn't have paid for your dumb fat ass anyways." And like
that's nice.
lost his shit. And I just kind of like, I was giggling.
Screaming at the bar?
at the bar at me. And the bartender was like, I was like, no, don't rush. I just want to give you a tip. He's like, your food's comped. You're good. I was like, I want to give you a tip. Like, here we are. And as I was leaving, he texted #worst date ever.
Oh.
So my dumbass went home and made a TikTok about it.
Well, the TikTok was funny. If you haven't seen it, they need to.
It's on my old account though.
Oh,
I know.
Okay, so they can Google you and look at this because it made 2 news outlets.
It was really funny.
You get home and you set up the phone and you're like, "Hey guys," and you have a bottle of Jack, and you're like, in a coffee mug. And you're
everything tastes better of a coffee mug.
That's not true.
It's true.
And so you're like, hey guys, I just want to tell you about this bad date I had. Spin. And you spin the top off. And even one of the comments was like 10 out of 10 spin though.
I spun the bottle top and it wouldn't come off. So I just kept spinning it and I flicked it and it hit the ceiling. And you know, the little like drink stopper that's in the top of Jack Daniels. So it like doesn't just pour it like,
yes.
It took that off as well.
Oh.
Which I found about 2 weeks later in my couch.
Pretty aggressive.
It hit the ceiling. And
you told the story of your date, but it was real time and it was live. And it was very Caitlin. And it was
messy.
Like,
I was sweating. I felt so cute too. I was like, this is going to be such a good date. Oh. And then I went and it was like such a fucking train wreck. Oh my God, it was so bad. So if you have a bad dating story, let's talk about it. Send it in. We want to hear it. We want to talk about it on our Wind and Rewind.
I have
Unwind?
Horrible
rewind. Wine and unwind. Wine and unwind.
Obviously, we're not going to name it that because we can't even say it.
Shush and shade. You knew it was coming. Shush and shade.
I had a really bad date, and if you don't know by now, I'm extremely liberal, and I live in North Carolina.
Yeah,
and I will never do it. I swear to God, I'll never swipe again. But I was swiping. And I had a date with this guy who was a couple blocks from my house. I lived in a great apartment in downtown Raleigh. And we met at this watering hole. I don't know, beer, whatever.
A joint.
And he was 10 minutes late too.
What the fuck, man?
And I'm always on time.
You are.
You know.
I am not.
Fuck around.
But for something like that, I'm always on time.
So he shows up and he's stretching and yawning. He's like, so, hey, sorry, I fell asleep. I went to the NC State game today and I was like so tired. And I was like, cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Jess. How's it going? You know, would you like me to get you a glass of wine? Because I had one, obviously. And so we sit down and he proceeds to tell me, like, he's like, yeah, I'm traveling for work in San Francisco soon. I really don't want to. And I was like, why?
Oh, no.
Why do you want to go to San Francisco?
No.
And he's like, oh, I don't know.
No.
I was like, oh my God, I love San Francisco. I've been there a couple of times, handful, 3 or 4 times. Love it. Why don't you want to go? And he's like, I mean, I don't think he ever answered me straight, but he started to sweat.
We all knew. We all know why.
So then he proceeds to he's like, oh yeah. So, Hopscotch is a music festival for those of you that don't know. That's in downtown Raleigh. It happened to be that weekend. As we proceeded in our conversation, I can't recall right now some other, I'm sure I'll think of some light bulb moments that I was like, oof. Just complained a lot, was very negative.
No.
Right. In general. So I'm not enjoying your company. And now I know you're a bigot and you don't like gay people and we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
So I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not really attracted to you. You were late. You don't like gay people. We're done here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm kind of trying to wrap it up. And he's like, yeah, well, so it was so funny. I have to tell you the story. I was in the shower right before I came here and my friend came over and she dropped off these hopscotch tickets. And so she came to the bathroom and she handed them to me. And I was just like, oh my, and I'm like,
what?
Why are you telling me about some friend you have that's a girl that came into the bathroom while you were showering?
No.
Right. I didn't understand what the reaction was that he was trying to get out of me. And I was like, oh,
a reaction at that point.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm going to go. And he's like, well, so wait, but I have VIP tickets to Hopscotch. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And he's like, do you want to go? And I was like, oh no, I'm good.
We good.
Mm-hmm. I'm good. I'm going to head out. And he was like, wait, you're going to head out? And I was like, yeah, no. And here we go. This is the Jekyll and Hyde situation you were just talking about. He was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, okay.
Especially now.
We're starting to get loud. I'm just going to go ahead and pay and so I pay and we walk up and he's like, don't worry. I've got this. And he gets it. And so the bartender looks at me and I just smile, and she's like, oh shit, this is a bad date.
This is a bad date. Yes.
And so I'm not pit bullying. I'm keeping my shit together because I'm a little bit scared of him.
Oh, oof.
And it was daylight, but it was like, I don't know how angry you can get. And that was too quick of a transition. So we go outside and he's like, so what car do you drive?
No, that right there. Gotta go. I walked. I actually got
I did, but I said, I drive a Subaru. And he was like, fucking figures.
The Swans bought me here.
Like, I mean,
what the fuck?
He's like, fucking figures. He goes, you know what? You're going to be alone for the rest of your life. No, wait. It's not, you're going to be sad and lonely and alone for the rest of your life. And I go, okay. I've never felt so confident in my life. I'm like, thanks so much.
Have a good life. Drown in your bathtub in 2 inches of water.
Hopscotch ticket.
Barf. What is wrong with people? See, and that's the thing. It's like,
I laughed my ass up on the way home and I called a friend of mine. I was like, what are you doing? Can I? He was like, I'm having a drink at this bar. I was like, I'm coming to see you.
Yep.
And we just had a fucking laugh about that.
But it's always so weird to me too, when like it's going along and you're like, I know it's about to fall off the rails.
It's about to fall off the rails. But is it going to fall or is it just going to skirt?
Okay, I love both the fall and the skirt because they both make really good TikToks and people love train wrecks of dates. They love them.
Yeah.
So like, it's my favorite when some dumb shit happens. I'm like, hey, this sucks, but it's going to make a great TikTok every single time. I verbally tell them that.
But I don't make TikToks.
Oh
my God. These are just funny stories for my friends. But honestly, we deserve better.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I'm not doing that. I've dated some amazing human beings. I've dated some really great human beings that needed therapy.
I have not ever dated an amazing human being. If you're a human that dated me in the past, you're all fucking scum. Every one of you. That's a lie. No, that's not a lie. Actually, you all deserve to eat rocks.
Okay.
It's okay. I go to therapy. I see my therapist every 2 weeks.
I kind of want to, can I?
Yeah.
It's a little bit you.
Oh, I have a broken picker.
Well, we're not picking them anymore, though.
Pecker.
You're 35. No.
I'm 34, you heifer.
I'm insulted.
I am insulted. You old hag.
Little. I love it. Yeah. God, it's such joy when you're an old fucking hag. Join me.
I'm here. But no, for reals, like it is definitely me.
People that fucking don't have their shit together. As soon as you find out that they don't have their shit together, shut it fucking down.
My brain goes, this one's gonna be a gem.
You cannot change people.
Oh man.
Okay. You can't.
Look, I dated a man for 10 years who had a whole other life for 5 of the time.
And I dated many conservative human beings.
Rough out here.
You cannot change them.
No, you cannot. And that's okay.
America. Oh my God. It's fine if you're conservative. Oof.
I could care less. Be conservative. I don't want to
fuck you.
That bit doesn't bother me.
I'm sorry.
But you gotta love humans.
Fair. You have to care about human beings. Although I think somebody explained it to me this way. You have social passion, right? Or you have passion for your country.
Can they be hand in hand?
Not when you vote.
That's fair.
That is fair.
Yeah.
Until you don't give a fuck privately about human beings.
Yeah.
And judge them and we can do all of the things.
Yeah.
You get to choose what you get to like and love, but you don't get to tell me that I can't say gay. You don't get to tell me that I can't have a trans wife or whatever,
or
right?
An abortion or whatever.
Fucking abortion.
Agreed.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Roe
Agreed.
versus Wade. Jesus Christ.
Just derailed.
It's almost like after COVID, every single thing that happened, I was like, I can't. It's not real. I can't. And Annika's out there fighting in the streets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, I started I didn't actually execute it all because it didn't work out, but I was doing Facebook Lives. I was going to do all these things for fighting racism and Black Lives Matter. And Annika did it. She's in the street. You okay?
No, that shot right out my nose again. Not okay. Not okay. Yeah, I've been to every march here. Black Lives Matters.
I haven't.
Women's marches. I've done them all.
I would get on my porch. I had my sign. I was terrified of COVID. How was COVID for you?
COVID was a little weird.
Did you get COVID?
I literally got COVID in January of this year. The first time. 3 years later, motherfucker.
I haven't gotten it.
She sang into my world. No, I dodged it. I dodged it for 3 years. I was also pretty safe. I, masked up. But COVID was weird because I had just signed my lease at my studio. January. Technically, I saw it December of 19. I signed my lease January of 2020. I was open. My grand opening was February 8th of 20.
Oh my God.
They shut me down March 17th of 2020. They did not let me reopen until July 1.
That's crazy.
That's
so HIKI, we haven't talked about this, but HIKI launched March of 2020, which obviously wasn't a launch.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's interesting.
And I had moved. So prior to that, my studio had been in my home. My photography studio had been in my home. And so when I was down in Myrtle Beach, over half of my house was my studio.
Yeah.
When I moved to Denver, I didn't have a studio. I also wasn't really shooting. And then when I moved back, I had a huge 2-bedroom. And so over half of my apartment was my studio. It was that was definitely a burp that I was trying to suppress. Did you see my face?
What the actual? Listen, what the body? Do whatever you want.
Whatever the fuck you want. But it was weird because
like so serious. Like my COVID studio in this 2-bedroom. I can't even do it without laughing.
That came out of fucking nowhere.
That's why I didn't drink the champagne.
That was a queef.
That was not a queef.
No, but it was the same surprise. It's always a surprise. When is a queef? Never not a surprise. One of my favorite queef stories. Me and my old best friend, California, born and raised. We grew up together.
My favorite queef story?
Yes, I have.
No
one.
one's ever said that.
No one's
ever been like, you know what my favorite queef story is?
We were at a yoga class. We were doing Happy Baby. Where you had to roll from Happy Baby to like where you hold your toe and you straighten your legs and your arms and you sit up.
You've already sucked up all the air. Here we go.
The woman next to us, dead ass, could not stop queefing.
Like multiple queefs.
Every time she go, ooh.
Oh, bless her.
To this day, I think about it and I cry because we got kicked out of the class for laughing. The instructor was like,
"You traumatized her."
We couldn't keep it together. The lady who was teaching was like, "Are y'all okay?" And I was like, "How do you not hear the massive queefs that are happening over here?" Like,
you said that?
No, but we were like crying, laughing. She's like, "I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave." That's really bad. It was so
that
bad.
Woman is not okay.
Baby, don't go to a fucking
don't go to a fucking what?
We know how our vaginas are built.
Yeah, that's true.
We know if we queef a lot. Like, just don't go to a yoga class.
Maybe she hadn't happy babied. She hadn't happy babied before.
How? You happy baby almost every yoga class.
At some point. A regular yoga person?
I'm sure that
you didn't know.
She had the gear.
Do you have You sure?
Or was it the blocks? She had the little pull thing. She had it was a deal.
She's sorry.
She's not. I wouldn't be sorry either. Look, let my vagina sing, but maybe not in public. I don't even know where we're going with that.
I don't either. It was very serious.
I burped. So the long and short of it is I lived in a little popcorn fart of a building.
Now we're on popcorn farts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
All right.
There's probably 6 episodes in here. This is probably wrap her up.
I am so happy.
Me too.
And I'm so grateful. And I'm so humbled.
Oh.
And I'm so filled with joy.
Sames.
And I can't believe that this is my house.
And our life.
I can't believe that this is our life. And I can't wait for you to see our next guests. And I cannot wait to recruit more.
Like in the next month alone, we have 3 that are, I know I hate when people do this.
Oh, what?
Do the teasing thing, but like, I mean, I just want to know.
We can't say it. You're right.
We can't say it. We can't guarantee that they'll show up.
We dropped that motherfucking episode.
Oh no. Oof.
Oh, I can't. I feel like, I like to rap.
No, you don't.
I'm not good.
We're going home. We are not. Thank you for coming to What the Body Pod.
You'd be like, here we go. Go ahead. You're like, absolutely not.
Now I need to hear it. Give me some bars.
No,
come on.
I don't have any real bars, but it just
show Casper up. Give him something to duet. Come on.
Duet. Casper has time to write his raps.
You got time right now?
I don't.
Okay.
Rapper. Queefer.
I don't know what's going on.
Queef my freak. Get your shit together.
Sweet boo.
My aunt is going to love this episode. Hey, D. Hi, UK.
Hey, Auntie. We love you.
We do love you.
But yes, What the Body. Follow us.
What the Body. This is as bad as it gets.
Yeah. That's pretty bad.
It only goes up from here.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. This has been incredible. This is our just wine and rewind recap. And you guys are the only reason that we're here. And we love you.
Yes.
The way love you.
More than you know. And if you don't feel like you feel love in this world, you know that you have 2 people here rocking for you.
Email us. Tell us why. Why don't you feel loved? What is it that's missing?
How can we help? What's
Who
missing?
do we need to have on the podcast? Tell us. We'll have them on.
Yeah.
We'll just tell us.
We find you.
We find you.
All right, friends. We love you.
We love you so much. Thank you for tolerating us.
This is going to be our most watched episode. The queef alone.
Oh my God.
Oh, bless. Okay, we love you.
Bye.